Good morning. Welcome to Planet Mojo. I'm here in the greenhouse with Maisie the cat, and I'm getting ready to start putting together the Seedling Starter Table. What I gotta do is get some rope hooked to these eyes, string it up over the top there. Once it's hung and at the right height, I'll have to look at the lights and see what the recommended height is. I gotta put the lights in, get it all to the right height. I gotta put like a roof over, this is the light hole here, I gotta put a roof over this so that this condensation doesn't drip onto the light. It's not waterproof. Made for a greenhouse, but not waterproof. Pretty poor design. What else do I gotta do? I gotta get, that is the top here. Gotta get that in place and then put my 2 seedling mats on there. And then I got a bunch of stuff I gotta go run and get. I have a couple timers. I got the timers out here, and then I have a thermostatic timer that will turn on, what does that do again? Oh, it turns on auxiliary heat. There's some days when it's going to get down to 20 overnight. So that when it's too cold, it'll turn on the heat, and when it's too warm, it'll turn on some, I have some like 4-inch or something like that puck fans, which I don't believe are out here yet either. Okay, so I'll see how much I can get done with this crazy cat. Again, she's been cooped up. It was raining. It's not raining right now, but it's going to start raining pretty soon. So she is going to be in here and bugging me the entire time. But it is what it is. I should be able to get it done. Distract her long enough to get it done. Let me see what I got in here. This is the rope, and these are the, I don't even know what these are called. Let's see what it says. Made in China, random color. 20 pieces, something like that. It doesn't even say what the hell they are. Just something made in China. So these are what will be used to adjust the height. I don't know if I'll be using this thing again next year. It was just something, made it out of sawhorses, so I could figure out what I really need for moving forward, just like I did with my sawhorse greenhouse. I used that last year, and this year I have an actual greenhouse. So when I'm done with this whole thing will be disassembled and laid up flat somewhere, probably in back of the shed over there. So I'm gonna go get some more stuff out of the house. I got the fans, the puck fans, and a few other things to gather up, and I'll need a drill. I gotta screw the timers to something. I'll probably put them on here. I might have to make brackets, and then I gotta get plastic, and the plastic will go between the hood and the base. So let me get that stuff and we'll get moving. These are 2 of the things that are going in. This is the heating and cooling thermostat. These fans, I have 2 of them, will be hooked up to the cooling, which will draw air out of the tent here. And the heating mats will always be on. This heating outlet is going to go on to a small heater that's going to be underneath here. And it'll blow air it'll blow air this way onto the skirt that encloses the chamber, and that will be pushed out a little bit so that it'll just blow the air up and into here. That should work just fine. And I'll have that thermostat that I used on the sawhorse greenhouse, wherever that is, it's right there. It's been hanging up here all winter because it needs a line of sight to the receiver. So that's going to be in here as well. Hopefully, it'll go right through the greenhouse. Hopefully that'll be seen now. But this thermostat has a probe. There's the probe, and that will be on the base there, right in the middle. Oh, I don't know if I should do it in the middle or on the edge. Oh, it'll be in there, probably halfway to the middle. But the probe should be right at the height where the green is. So at the top of where the plants are, that's where the probe should be. So I'll just put a little stick or something into the foam there and just twist tie that at the right height and raise it up as the plants grow. So I'll put these things away for now and get this thing hung. I need to start putting things in my bin over there, like all my instructions and stuff, and whatever's going to stay out here that can't get wet. So this is my big desiccant. It's got an indicator on top when it needs to be recharged, which is just putting it in the oven. So I'm going to get this in there. We'll see how well that works. Let me see if I can see this. It'll turn from orange to dark green when this is fully loaded with water. Then you just pop it in the oven. The instructions are on the bottom. This is a real nice one. I got this on Amazon. You know, you can get little packets and other stuff. This is really nice for reusing. You know, it's a perforated metal can, so it's nice and tough. So let me get this open and put that in there. It's a little bit dented up right here, and that is not from me, so it must have came that way. Disappointing, but pretty much everything is somewhat disappointing these days. Okay, I should keep everything nice and dry in there. Make sure I keep the lid on tight. Okay, let's hang this thing. going to need to stay out of here. Well, there's a start. I know one modification that I got to do pretty quick is just put one, possibly two skinny strips of furring and then screw it here. I'll probably do it here down to here, and then as I raise it up, just screw it in again. The cat jumped on my shoulder when I was over there, and I walked over here, and she jumped right here, and this whole thing just pivoted, made a real loud bang, which made her jump. I'm surprised she didn't claw me. Yeah, this is what it did right here. That's where this hit. So I need to do a little bit of cat proofing, because she will find a way up on top of here. Hopefully she doesn't mess with the light. I don't know, maybe she won't be able to get in here. The only place she would be able to get in is them corners. I'll have to keep this thing locked up, but at some point I'm going to open it up in here, and hopefully she doesn't tear the place apart. Okay, now, where's that? I just brought it over here. I got to get a few more of these. These hang from here like that, and then the light hangs from them underneath here. Then I can measure, well, actually then the 1020 flats sit on top of that, and then I can measure and get the exact distance and get her adjusted. It's only going to go up from here. Yeah, she was really scared. Took off out of here. Did you mess up, big girl? Yeah, everything's not sturdy. Okay, so I'm going to go get something to cover that so water doesn't get onto the light, and get the other hooks for it and bring the light out here and hook it up. Okay, I found this. It's a heavy, stiff vinyl. I have no idea what it was for, but it was in the garbage, and I removed it from the garbage, so luckily I did that. That'll cover this. That'll be my little roof for the lights. I'll have to come back at another time and drill some holes in it so that I can slip some zip ties around it and keep it firmly in place, just in case a cat gets on top of here again. But I can get a chunk of it cut out and get it on top of there for now. She's afraid of it right now, but she'll forget, and then a couple days from now she'll try going back on there again, and that could be a disaster. I could just tie these, pinch that together so that it doesn't rock like that, but she's a big cat, and she'll do some damage if she gets up there. So I'll need to make some kind of a semi-permanent tip stop on here. If I use this again next year, I will probably just put like a 1x4 in each corner, and then just put some pegs so I can just raise this up, get the exact distance that it needs to be with the light and the 1020s. That's the size of the plug trays. They're 10 inch by 20 inch. Just figure that all out, and then just raise it up, just lift it up and do it manually, because this will work this year, but didn't figure the cat into the equation. So I'm going to get that light in and try to get the timers set up. Okay, here is the light. It's really well packaged. It's got a form-fitting styrofoam shell. It's styrofoam down underneath it as well. And this had pretty damn good reviews. King LED. I haven't tried turning it on yet, but looks to be in good shape. I think it has 120 LEDs, which are 10 watts, 10 watt LEDs, and they're all mixed colors to get the full spectrum. And reading on it, they said if you look at it when you first plug it in, if some of them appear to not be working, it's because they're the ultraviolet ones and you can't see that wavelength. So these hooks here, hopefully I got this so it's gonna fit right in there, but we'll see. Okay, that looks real good. I just got to do, well, I don't really need to do that right now, but now I would measure from the bottom of this light to the top of the 1020, and that's my initial height, and I need it to be 2 feet, which is what they recommend. At 2 feet, that light will put off a 4 by 4 foot area. And what I'll do is, maybe every day I'll go in there and shift the plants around, turn the flats and put the flats in a different area of the chamber, all so they don't lean in and start stretching towards the light. This is a very powerful light though. It's 1200 watts, so it's going to crank out some pretty decent light. And it has 3 exhaust fans and a thick aluminum heat sink, so apparently it gets pretty warm. I'm not exactly sure how the heat from the light will affect the chamber itself, so I'm sure there will be a lot of fine tuning once I get it up and running. Hopefully I can get this running, or get this going by tomorrow. The plants are going in, I believe, the day after tomorrow, so I'd like to get this up and running and get it tested. I don't want to, well, actually, yeah, it really doesn't matter because they'll just be seeds at first, and even if it goes up to 100 degrees in there, the seeds will be fine. I should have a few days to get things adjusted. So I want to save this box. Oh, here's their hanging equipment. But all I need is a cord, and got some cool glasses. I might use these. It all depends. But I'm going to keep all this stuff together and put it away when I'm done using it this year. I believe right about 2 months from now, everything will just be growing on the benches. It's mid-March right now, and mid-May is when stuff gets put into the ground around here. May 15th is the last expected frost, but it'll be warmer in here, so things will just be in the greenhouse by themselves out of this thing long before that, I believe. Now I gotta get that plastic cut so no water drips on that. I gotta make an allowance. I'll probably have a hood going that way and then have the cord come out this way, which means I will have to figure out some kind of I need an area where I can have all my wires and stuff meet. I got 3 wires from the heaters here, the pad heaters, or no, 2 wires from that, a wire from the heater down here, and I got the two fans. So I'm gonna have to put in a multi-outlet block. And okay, let me get that cut. Well, the fans are running. Let's see how warm this is. Oh, it's cool. I don't feel any heat at all. So apparently they don't run very hot. I don't know why they need so much cooling power. They got a lot of fan to them, but that's fine. It's a little warm under the light, which is also fine. It's going to be pretty damn cold in here at times. So this looks like it's going to work just fine. Once I get this thing exactly where I need it height-wise, I gotta adjust this table so that it's, drop a plumb bob here and try to get this lined up. Then I'll do that, what I was talking about earlier, put a furring strip there or something to keep it stabilized. Then go around it with plastic. It is really, really wet out here now. I don't think I need these yet. What I do need is this one, temperature sensor. And yes, it does. It has hanging keyhole slots for hanging it. Oh yeah, it's easier to mount it right here, but we'll see. And then I got the two heating mats. Okay, so what do I need for this? It looks like it's a pretty small screw. I'll go see if I can find something for that and get these two mats in place. I think I'm gonna need that splitter. I really should just put a board right here and then put a electric strip right there, an industrial electric strip, and get everything plugged in all right here, right where the power comes in right here. So let me go find that stuff. I got various screws. It's a number six screw on there, so pretty small screw. But I'm just gonna keep all this stuff under the hood, and I'm gonna have to wrap it up. Make sure I got everything that can't get wet under the hood. I think everything should be okay. I'll take these with me. I gotta prune the vineyard and my fruit trees. Oh, probably in about 5 days, once the snow's got to be gone before I prune. Otherwise, it's just a nightmare trying to prune in the snow, especially the vineyard. I got 125 feet in each row, and I got 5 rows now, so that's a whole lot of slogging through snow. So tomorrow I'm gonna pre-drill this and then mount it here and here, then screw all the electrical stuff to it and get everything plugged in. I just got to jog everything a little bit, and not too much to do tomorrow, but the way things are going, that might be all I can get done tomorrow. But that'll wrap it up for today. If you want to see that, make sure you subscribe and click on notifications so you're notified when I post the videos. Thanks for watching and have a great day.